Matt, it came up in a recent episode that you were not a fan of A Perfect Circle.
Correct.
And that you had never listened to or had only listened to some of their seminal debut record, Mer De Noms.
Correct.
This is a record that I have listened to, I am going to guess, like hundreds of times.
Wow.
I feel like I have listened to this album so much. I put it on a drive recently, and I was like, my God, this record is imprinted on me. Like, if you asked me, like, when's your parents' wedding anniversary, I would take me a minute. But if you needed me to, just make the noises of, Billy Howardell's guitar solo on the hollow, I'm howling. I'm howling for the hollow. So, yeah, this record's in me, all right? And so when you were like, I don't know it, I don't like it, I'm not interested, I was like, wait a minute, Matt. You need to get in there. You need to spend some time with Billy, Maynard, Paz on bass, and I believe Josh Freese on drums.
Yep.
I have in my hot little hands physical copy. Purchased day of release from Best Buy, Madison Heights, Michigan, on an employee discount because I was working there at the time. Also, it's not attached to it, but it also came with a bonus disc. Matt, I'm holding it here, and I just want to say, as I mentioned in the past, this is a record that you could walk around. This was like a bit of social currency amongst white boys ages 18 to 20 in 2000 to 2003. Okay?
Oh, I definitely was one of those.
Yes.
So
yeah, and so you could walk around and you could just say to people like, Mer De Noms, and they go, yeah, Mer De Noms, yeah. You'd handshake. We didn't dap back then. We just handshaked. Maybe you'd bro shake. So this is a record that everyone could agree on. But Matt, it sounds to me like you are somebody who did not agree on it. But now you have spent time. You listened to the full album, cover to cover. Cover to cover? No.
No, I have. Let me just say this.
Oh, boy, here we go.
There's going to be so much more Perfect Circle for you. I'm going to give you all the Perfect Circle I've got. Your cup is going to be overflowing with Perfect Circle because I'm giving you it forever because I don't ever need to hear another note of a Perfect Circle. I have zero nostalgia for this record, where I think you have 100% nostalgia for this record. I don't think the album's bad. I think time has been terrible to this record. And here's what I mean. This album, style, production, and everything about this record sounds very much like the demo rock riffs that are now standard with like an artlist.io, or I need a rocking thing to put this on the script. And it'll play a song that is ripping off a Perfect Circle 100%. And it's just like rock track. This is so cooked into the culture, it is now just rock track. And when I come back to this source material, because I have no nostalgia for it, I'm just like, yeah, this does nothing for me. I've heard too much of this. I do not need this at all.
Okay, Matt, so basically what you're saying is this is the same complaint that I hear from people when I tell them that Citizen Kane is one of the great films of all time. They're like, I've seen all these bits. Everyone's ripped this movie off a million times all the time. And I'm like, I know, but they really kind of did it best.
Also, it's boring and I don't like it, but
Citizen Kane is amazing.
No,
and
I
so
love Citizen
is
Kane.
Sarah's... It's interesting because, as you point out, and there's somebody else I missed in the lineup here in A Perfect Circle, Troy Van Leeuwen.
Oh, yeah.
I think what really hit for me at the time was it was like, I'm a big old Tool head.
Okay.
I haven't had a new Tool record in 4 years. I won't get one for another year. Here's new Maynard vocals. Great. Perfect. Thank you. But they're going to be put over much more straight-ahead rocking riffs.
Okay.
on a record that's 44 minutes long. I'm not going to say no to that.
It's weird because it's just like, I also understand that my taste is not great. I like Muse, Lorin. I'm hopeless. What are we talking about
I
here?
know, Matt. I mean, at the end of the day, you like Muse, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Right. So, like, anybody upset right now that I don't like Perfect Circle, this should not bother you. I like Muse. Come on.
He likes. It's a man that likes. We should just have that as a disclaimer at the start of every episode.
I don't like going to Tool Town like when other bands do it on the show.
Right.
So it's kind of like he takes me to. He can do nothing else but take me to Tool Town.
That's the only place he knows. That's where he lives. Yeah,
that's where he lives. That is his home.
Yeah, it's his home. All right. So in closing, if you approach Matt on the street and you say to him, the code is Magdalena, he won't know what you're talking about. He's not in the zone. Now, if you say it to me, we'll get it going. And also, if you approach me and say the title of the album in the way that my old roommate Lee says it, Mer De Noms, we'll also have a way to talk as well. So, perfect, Matt. Matt.
Classic Matt.
Roach Coach
Podcast.
on all day. Every the Roach Coach
Podcast.
all day, every day.